Hi everyone, welcome to the Mystique, the Medicine and the Messages for April 2023. April is a number 4 month, and that brings us an opportunity to break down old structures. 4's all around, the box that we put ourselves into, and maybe the boxes that we put other people into, and maybe even our boundaries, what's safe for us, what is it that we want to break free from. So April always brings the energy of Easter, and this year it's pretty early. It's right at the beginning of the month, and I will be doing a video shortly on the full moon that's coming up. But Easter particularly always brings this opportunity for death and rebirth. And if you look at the 4 energy, 4 is always about our purpose as well, and our passion, and what is it that drives us. So in April, part of the mystique is going to be, how can you break free from old beliefs and maybe some patterns that what I'm seeing is past life energy. So I've got this image of people walking into a corridor and going, okay, I'm going to go into that past energy, and I'm going to look in the rooms, and I'm going to see how much I've already cleared. Because I know that you've done so much work already. Just like me, we're always looking, and we're always trying to understand, and we're always trying to clear. So I do believe at this time you're going to realize and go, wow, I've actually cleared so much already, because so much has been coming up around, those old memories. So I'd love to hear your comments on this, by the way, but I know for myself, my clients, people, colleagues and friends, it's almost as though those really difficult memories of times past have been very much online. It's like the light's been shining on them, and you've been saying, why can I not forget this? Or why is this coming up so much in my life at the moment? So it's a huge opportunity that we're going into for this rebirth energy. So the resurrection, if you look at what happened at Easter, there was the crucifixion, the persecution of someone that was here, no matter what your religious beliefs are, by the way, but it's about this crucifixion of someone that was here to preach or to teach things around love, light, healing. And that person being betrayed and being crucified, and then rising again on the 3rd day. So expect in April, part of the mystique for you will be the who am I now that I have cleared some of these things. And one of the images that I've got is that as you go into those past life rooms, if you went down that hallway, and the past lives could be literal past lives where you've lived, in times gone by, or it could be different decades of your life. Your past life could be last week, where you held a certain belief, or where you were with a certain person in a certain relationship, where things were different. And what you're going to do when you go into that little room, whether you do it in your mind or whether you just know that through this month you're going to experience this, but you'll have the understanding of what that past life has brought to you. And I do have an image of you seeing one person that has taught you so much. And that person might have been the villain of the piece. They might have been the one that really hurt you, really betrayed you, really pushed you to do something differently. So I really know that the magic, in a way, will be kind of seeing it and going, wow, look how far I've come. And I'm now ready to move forward. I'm now ready to go into this new part of this new energy. Pluto moving into Aquarius, we've got that happening. We've got strong energies of Venus being online, Venus, the energy of love. And this loving energy for April, very much how can you stand in your community as you? So that community might be your family, it might be your friends, but there's a sense of you being very solid in who you are, having a real sense of knowing that you have come through with shining colours, that you have cleared so much. And I think you're going to find yourself pleasantly surprised by how the universe will bring you opportunities to experience maybe the same thing that troubled you in the past, but you look at it and you go, well, will I go there? Will I react the same? Will I be the same? Will I do the same? The magic and the mystique is that no, you won't. You won't do the same things. You'll be going, no, I'm done with that. No, I'm understanding myself better. I've got a better relationship with myself. I've got a better relationship with my past. So that's how this month will play out, in a very mystical and magical way. And the thing that I'm seeing with that, it could be that people who have been in your life before, where you were not ready, or that there was disagreements. I've just been shown two paths coming back together, and there being a completely different experience, either of that person or that relationship. And it may be that those paths continue to cross, so that they may come together and go forward in a new way. So one of the things I see with that too is that you may experience part of your old self coming back. And it will be, oh, I remember you. I remember that person that used to like to do this, or used to like to be this way. And that part of you comes back into yourself. So it's a very exciting month, I think, April, full of, I'm just seeing these flags, when they start a race and they wave those checkered flags, and it's like, okay, we're off. And nearly all of the readings I've done in the last 3 months for people individually have been showing that once we get through this first part of April, that the doorways will open up to the massive changes that you're ready for. Sorry, I'm sitting cross-legged, so I'm just going to move myself around a bit. So the medicine of April is exactly that. It's making movement, it's making change. And change, whilst it can seem uncomfortable, will free you up. But we're always talking about change. So what specific changes are we making? What I'm being shown is it's actually the 7. It's the number of trust, or the inner work, and actually just being more at peace with what your lot is in life, or where you are in life, or what you can do about where you are. Because acceptance is one of the key factors in growth, in moving forward, or in having what you want. It's kind of accepting unequivocally where you are, and accepting 100% responsibility for everything that has shown up in your life. And we don't like that sometimes. We don't like the mirrors. Now, I'm seeing that the mirrors are here now. So I'm recording this on the 26th of March, and this is for the whole of April. But these last couple of weeks in March, you will have been seeing the mirrors of how people are reflecting back to you what it is that troubles you, what it is that stops you, what it is that actually excites you as well. So you would have seen the mirrors on both sides. And these mirrors are beautiful if you can look into them and see that the healing that's on offer, because medicine is always about healing, but it's the medicine of self-acceptance, self-awareness. And I'm being shown the willingness to be pulled through the looking glass. So the looking glass, and I used to read a lot when I was a child, but I don't remember all of the meaning behind the fairy tales. But I'm seeing Alice in Wonderland and the looking glass. And so I get this sense of sometimes we block ourselves or lock ourselves into a box, like I said earlier, April being, this 4 energy, this structure. And sometimes we lock ourselves into that. But I am being shown that there'll be people in our lives that come in this month that want us to get pulled into a new reality. And reality is an interesting thing, as we're seeing with all of this AI, all of this artificial intelligence that's coming along. And whilst that AI for me is a little bit alarming is the word I want to use. It's alarming in one way because I know that there can be a massive misuse of power where we've got robots that can act like human beings. They can pick things up. They can do everything almost that a human being can do. But I don't think you can ever put love and compassion and discernment, true discernment and true compassion and true love and true heart energy into artificial intelligence. You just can't do that. So more and more this month, that looking glass being pulled into a new reality maybe that you change and shift the limitations that you have around yourself. It could be around your health. And in fact, fours are often around health. So this month generally falls around hard work too. So it can be, what's the hard work? What are you tired of doing? What are you tired of saying? What are you tired of hearing? All those things that you go, oh my God, I hear myself say that over and over again. Don't want to hear it anymore. Don't want to say it anymore. So I'm not going to. That's the kind of energy you can expect this month. It's almost like I'm going to pull myself, or someone's going to pull me into a brand new reality. And that reality is exciting because it's promising more freedom. But freedom to be authentic, kind of freedom to be at peace, and freedom to really know that you don't have to change anybody else. In fact, I really believe that's part of what this month is about. It's almost a settling in of that complete understanding that there is only you that can make yourself satisfied. And this whole year is the inner work. It's the, what is it that I need? What do I need to do? What do I need to understand? So a beautiful month of kind of, the medicine being, well, I'm just going to see that there is opportunity to be pulled into a new reality. Now, the messages for this month of April. So I've got two lots of cards here today. So I'm going to work with Lana Fairchild's Sacred Rebels card. Really like those. And I've also got Wisdom of the Golden Path, a beautiful Tony Salerno from Blue Angel. And he publishes both of these. I really love his work particularly, and I love Alana's work. So just going to draw and see what messages Spirit want to bring us through for the month of April. And I just saw this thing, I Dream of Jeannie. It's kind of like, what do you wish for? And I know we're always talking about what do we wish for. And sometimes we think it's not right to wish. But I firmly believe that we are here to manifest ourselves, to, and I mean that, manifest who we are, manifest our brilliance, our creativity, and to find whatever ways we can to bring all of our soul essence onto the planet. I don't often talk about the bigger picture, as in, what's going on in the political field. But one of the things I am seeing is that there is a sense of being sheltered from the extremism of the past. There's a sense of reprieve, that things are softening, that we are moving through this great transitional phase. But let's see, so what's the message for the month? I think I nearly made these into butter, by the way. Oh, this is a nice one. So what do you feel? And looking at that, this is interesting because I think she's got apples and oranges. We always talk about you can't compare apples and oranges. And there's the earth there in the card with almost like this Merkaba energy around it. So the Merkaba is our energetic vehicle that can take us forward and backwards in time. It can take us to any dimension, any reality. It's also a number 9. So 9 for me is the getting of wisdom. So this is the wisdom, the completion of understanding what we feel, what we felt in the past, all that past energy. What do we feel now? And knowing that our life going forward can be completely, completely different. It won't be the way it's been. And that's okay. It can be hugely scary. And it's even interesting to see what this woman, she's dressed almost like in a school uniform. It's like a shirt with a tie on it. And she's in black and white, and the apples and the oranges are in colour. And what that tells me is it's almost like there's this sense of neutrality within the self, and really recognising the learning from the past. The apples, about learning. The juiciness of the orange going forward, the juiciness of new life, the juiciness of sensuality, connection, physicality, that kind of energy. So, those of you that want or expect or are in relationships, expect deeper levels of connection. Those of you that are ready, watch out, because this month it's like everything is opening up, because you've already let go of exactly what's not working, and you've had these massive realizations. So beautiful card. I'm going to draw, I don't know how many yet, but I'm going to draw from each deck. So the next one, restore and replenish. Lady kind of lying down. You can see her spine fully exposed though. And a 38, which is, when I look at those numbers, we're looking here at the nurturing of the earth energy to bring us power, to bring us back to our authentic selves. And the spine, you know, represents, have you got a spine? Can you stand up? You may be being called right now to stand up for yourself and to create that new reality. And oftentimes, so many of you, me included, you know, we don't want to be those ones that create waves. We just want to sort of say, that doesn't work for me and I'm moving on. But sometimes we need to really stand up. We need to really step into the authentic self that says, you know what, that wasn't acceptable. You know, what was done here, what was said here was not acceptable, but it's okay because I'm in love. And for you, you know, this is about replenishing your energies. It's actually restoring your faith, restoring your authenticity, and restoring your connection to your abundance. You know, abundance flows when we feel that we are strong. So that for strength through focus, through hard work, but mainly through focus and awareness. Love that. So let's have a look at these other beautiful ones, the Golden Path, and see what comes from there. Beautiful, beautiful. So when we've done that, when we've restored and replenished, and when we've recognized what we feel and the wisdom in it, we come into this goddess of oneness energy. And I don't think these cards have numbers on them, but if you just look at the beautiful image there, beautiful person in their power, beautiful, almost like doves with, you know, this energy of doves with peace. But it speaks for itself really, doesn't it? You know, the energy of oneness, wholeness, unity, nothing to be concerned about really, no matter where you are in your life. The total acceptance is what I'm seeing for April. That will be magical. It will bring its healing, and it will help you find the pathway to that sense of inner peace, more so than you've ever done, more so than, you know, maybe times in the past where it's been at one level. I always talk about this knowing but not knowing. And what I mean by that is sometimes we kind of say, well, I know that I'm okay. I know that everything's going to work out. I don't know how it's going to work out. I don't know what's going to happen, but I just know. This month, there's more of an absolute embedding of that energy in you, because you're integrating what you feel. You're integrating the knowledge, you're integrating the creative self, so the masculine, the feminine, the light, the dark. We're moving into that sense of, you know, real wholeness. I love it, I love it, I love it. Okay, one more card from the Golden Path to see what comes. Yeah, I like that, but I want something with a bit more substance as well. Okay, so 2. So rose petals and resolution. So when I said something with more substance, you know, we often talk about love as being, and rose petals for me, it's like shower yourself with love, and love can be very ho-hum, sometimes very soft. Love is soft, but this is the divine energy of the divine masculine, the divine feminine, that is strong in resolution. So resolution means solving things, but it's re-solution, finding a different solution through love. And a different solution through love for you means that whatever it is that you are ready to reformulate, you will do it with a strong resolve. It's resolving. So I love the English language, don't you? It kind of makes me feel that where we have been faltering on our well-being or on our happiness or in our jobs or whatever it is that we want to exist with, we often get distracted. Our old limiting patterns stop us, but it's through love for ourselves. And that's that kind of energy that says, even though I want that, I know that it is not the right thing for me. So I'm going to find another solution. I'm going to get resolution through finding another way that is loving. So I would encourage you to bring in this beautiful petals of roses energy. Maybe even buy yourself some roses, or buy some for a friend and gift them. Maybe buy a bunch and share them, you know, and say rose for you, rose for me. You want to receive this love. Sometimes we've got to be able to give it. We want abundance. We've got to be able to give it. And this, you know, in this card of resolution or resolution, it kind of looks dark, but it's powerful and strong. And there's a sword. So a lot of cutting of ties. And that will come in around the new moon, the full moon, which, as I said, I'll talk about at another time. And even in this card, there's a couple of almost like serpents or dragon energy. And oftentimes, as I said, we don't want to be the ones that rise up with our energy. We kind of go, oh, I just want to be, you know, passive. I don't want to be strong in my feelings because other people might perceive me as angry or aggressive. Love is strong. And those of you that are parents, and those of you that are not parents, if you've got animals that you care about or friends that you care about, you know that when they're in danger or when there is a problem, you know that sometimes you will go into that strength that is sometimes even a little bit angry in a loving way, that says, I will do whatever I can to help you, to protect you. And especially if you're a parent, you know that loving energy that is strong. So don't be afraid of your strength this month is what I'm seeing with that. Don't be afraid. And one more from the Sacred Rebels card, which ties in with that, which is releasing allegiances. And that 10 brings new beginnings. So these are allegiances that do not serve you. Allegiances where you say, oh, yeah, but, you know, they're okay. Yeah, but, you know, this is, you know, this work is kind of okay. It's like, meh. You're going to find a new solution. You're going to find new strength. You're going to find new courage. And you're going to let go of allegiances that are to be reformed, repurposed, so that there is this complete sense of focus and direction going forward. So, wish you an awesome month of April. Thank you, as always, to those of you that subscribe. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do. And I would ask for your support here because I'm in the early stages of building my channel. And I'd like to get to 1,000 very quickly because I want people to be able to experience the joy that comes from community and the insight that comes through the messages. So again, I'm asking for help. And yeah, stepping out of my comfort zone, which is what I know all of you will do. So maybe there's somebody that you know that would enjoy the video, maybe send them the link. And above all, love to hear your comments. Don't be shy, and look forward to seeing more of you through the next videos. I will be posting a video, a meditation will be, I think, my next one, which is already recorded, but I want to share it with you, just in line with this rebirth energy. So please, please have the most wonderful April and let your heart be the guiding light. Lots of love. See you soon.